Mathematics Primary 3, Second Midterm, Second Term. Chapter 8, Mental Skills. Learning Outcomes. Find all pairs of multiples of 5 and 10 that make 100. Find all pairs of numbers that make 100. Add 3 two-digit multiples of 10 mentally. Add or subtract any pair of 2-digit or 3-digit numbers mentally, choosing an appropriate method. Find doubles of multiples of 5, 10 and 50 and their related halves. Content: mental addition, mental subtraction, find doubles and halves mentally. Mental addition. Number bonds 200. Let's write down all pairs of numbers that make 100. Can you write down all the pairs of numbers that make 100? Let's see, what are they? 10 and 90. These are the multiples of 10s that make 100. 10 and 90. 20 and 80. 30 and 70. 40 and 60. 50 and 50. And to the other side we can take 60 and 40, 70 and 30, 80 and 20, 90 and 10. These are the pairs of numbers that make 100. Here you can see there are some number bonds. Let's complete them. The total is 100. Let's complete the number bonds. The given number in the first number bond is number 40. 40 and 60 make 100. 40 and 60 make 100. 90 and 10 make 100. 40 and 60 make 100 and 90 and 10 make 100. Now let's add these numbers mentally. We discussed about the multiples of 10 which make 100. Now let's add some numbers with 100. 100 plus 10. 110. 100 plus 34. 134. 100 plus 45. 145. 100 plus 8. 108. 100 plus 15. 115. Now let's add these three numbers together using the previous methods we have learned. What is 20 plus 8 plus 80? 20 plus 8 plus 80. 20 and 80 are the multiples of 10 which make 100. 20 plus 80 make 100 and 108 make 108. 100 plus 8 make 108. So the answer is 108. Now let's add 60 plus 38 plus 40 mentally. 60 plus 38 plus 40. Here you can see there are two multiples of 10 which make 100. They are 60 and 40. 60 and 40 make 100. Then we can add 100 and 38. 100 plus 38, the answer is 138. Now let's add 30 plus 5 plus 70 plus 4 mentally. There are 4 numbers, but no need to be worried. That is very simple. 30 plus 5 plus 70 plus 4. Here it's clear there are two multiples of 10s which make 100. First let's make 100. 30 and 70 make 100. 30 and 70 make 100. And the other two numbers are 5 and 4. The total of 5 and 4 is 9. 5 and 4 is 9. So, we can add them all together. 100 plus 9. 100 plus 9. The answer is 109. We learned how to make 100 using two multiples of 10 and adding some more numbers to 100. Now let's add multiples of 10 to some more numbers. First one is 240 plus 20. 240 plus 20. For this you can use your fingers. For 20, let's take two fingers. Each finger let's take as 10. So we have to count on in tens. 240, 250, 260. Answer is 260. Next one. 615 plus 40. Instead of 40, let's take 4 fingers. We are counting on in tens. We have to count on 4 times forward. 615, 625, 635, 645, 655. The answer is 655. 134 plus 30. 134 plus 30. You can take 3 fingers. We are going to count on in tens from 134. 144, 154, 164. So the answer is 164. Next one, 643 plus 50. 643 plus 50. Let's take 5 fingers. So let's count from 643. 653, 663, 673, 683, 693. Answer is 693. The next one is 129 plus 70. 129 plus 70. You can take 7 fingers. We are going to count on in tens from 129. 139, 149, 159, 169, 179, 189, 199. Answer is 199. More on mental addition. Let's find the sum of 238 and 49. 49 is closer to 50. So, let's arrange the number bond to make 50 first, because it's easier for us to work with multiples of tens. 49 plus 1 make 50. So, adding 49 is the same as adding 50 and then subtracting 1. First, we can add 50 to 238 and then subtract 1 from the result. When we add 238 to 50, we get 288. Then, we have to subtract 1 from the result. The answer is 287. Now let's find the sum of 218 and 31. 31 means 30 plus 1. 30 and 1 makes 31. So, 218 plus 31 is same as 218 plus 30 plus 1. Here I think it's clear to you why do we add multiples of tens before that, because adding multiples of tens is easier. We can count on in tens easier, right? Then after that we can add the extra one. So 218 plus 30 is equal to 248. So we can add 1 to the result. 248 plus 1. The answer is 249. Now let's do mental subtraction. Here we are going to subtract multiples of tens from 3-digit numbers. First one, 154 minus 20. Here the multiple of 10 is 20. We have to count back. In mental addition, we count on in tens. Now we have to count back in tens. Let's count back from 154. 144, 134. Next one, 667 minus 50. Let's count back from 667. You all take 5 fingers and count with me. Let's count back. 657, 647, 637, 627, 617. The answer is 617. Next one, 769 minus 30. Let's take 3 fingers and count back. 759, 749, 739. Next one, 284 minus 40. 284 minus 40. Let's count back from 284. 274, 264, 254, 244. Next one, 197 minus 70. Let's take 7 fingers and count back from 197. 187, 177, 167, 157, 147, 137, 127 is the answer. Let's subtract mentally. When we subtract numbers mentally, we are trying to find a quick way of subtracting the numbers in our heads. Let us take a look at some examples. The first one is 185 minus 29. 29 is closer to 30. So, let's regroup 30 as 29 plus 1. 29 and 1 make 30. So, subtracting 29 is the same as subtracting 30 and then adding 1, because it's easier for us to count on or count back in tens. Here in subtraction we have to count back. So, instead of 29, first we can subtract 30 from 185. Later, to the result, we can add 1. Now let's count back from 185. When we subtract 30 from 185, the digit in the tens place decreases by 3. It means let's count back. You may take 3 fingers and let's count back. 175, 165, 155. 185 minus 30 equals to 155. To this answer we have to add 1 to get the final answer. So 185 minus 29 is equals to 156. Now let's look into another example. 569 minus 53. We regroup the second number into tens and ones. 53 we can regroup into tens and ones as 50 and 3. 53 means 50 and 3. Next we subtract the tens from the first number. 569 minus 50. And then subtract the ones. 569 minus 50. Take 5 fingers and we'll count back. 559, 549, 539, 529, 519. 519 minus 3. So the answer is 516. Now let's find doubles mentally. Can you remember the doubles of these numbers? Let's see whether you can remember the doubles of these numbers. Double of 10, 20. Double of 15, 30. Double of 20, 40. Double of 25, 50. Double of 30, 60. Double of 35, 70. Double of 40, 80. Double of 45, 90. Double of 50, 100. Now let's find the doubles of these numbers. Double 100. To find the double of 100, we can add 100 twice. In previous grades, you have learned this. Double 100 is equals to 100 plus 100. Answer is 200. Double 100 is 200. Let's use a number bond to show this. 100 and 100. Double 100 is 200. Now let's double 300. 300 and 300. Double of 300 is 600. Double 400. 400 and 400. Double 400 is 800. Now let's see how to find the double of 120. Up to now we found the doubles of multiples of hundreds. Now let's find the double of 120. 120 can be regrouped as 100 and 20. 120. Now we can find double 120 equals to double 100 plus double 20. We have to find the doubles separately. 120 is break up to two parts as 100 and 20. To find the double of that, we can find the double of 100 and double of 20 separately. So double of 100 is 200, double of 20 is 40. When we add it, we get the double of 120 is 240. Now let's find the double of 430. 430 can be broken up into 400 and 30. 430. So let's find the doubles separately. Double 400 plus double 30. Double 400 is 800. Double 30 is 80. Altogether 860. So double of 430 is 860. Now let's find halves mentally. See whether you can remember the halves of these numbers. Half of 2 is 1. Half of 20 is 10. Half of 200 is 100. You can remember these easily. Half of 4, 2. Half of 40, 20. Half of 400, 200. Half of 6, 3. Half of 60, 30. Half of 600, 300. Half of 8, 4. Half of 80, 40. Half of 800, 400. Now let's find the halves of these numbers. Half of 460. 460 can be regrouped as 400 and 60. To find the half of 460, we can separately find the half of 400 and half of 60. And we can add it. Half of 400 is 200. Half of 60 is 30. 200 plus 30, 230. Half of 460 is 230. Now let's find the half of 840. We regroup 840 as 840. Now let's find the half separately. Half of 840 equals half of 800 plus half of 40. Half of 800 is 400 and half of 40 is 20. 400 plus 20. Half of 840 is 420. From this lesson, you learned all pairs of numbers that make 100. Add 3 two-digit numbers that are multiples of 10 together. Add and subtract near multiples of 10 or 100. Find doubles and halves of numbers. Activity. Question number 1. Add these mentally. 70 plus 7 plus 30. 10 plus 90 plus 7 plus 1. 50 plus 67 plus 50. 516 plus 21. 223 plus 49. Use the mental methods you have learned and find the answers. Question number 2. Subtract these mentally. 259 minus 40. 687 minus 50. 180 minus 30. 789 minus 32. 456 minus 51. Question number 3. Find the doubles of these numbers mentally. Double 220. Double 340. Double 400. Double 130. Double 450. Question number 4. Find halves of these numbers mentally. Half of 200, half of 420, half of 860, half of 280, half of 820. Use the mental strategies you have used up to now. Then do this activity. Thank you.